Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Juliana. If you are new here, you are highly welcome, and if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. This is the second part of my Rearranging Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette. In my first video, I rearranged the pans, the little pans. So in today's video, I will be rearranging the gold palette, the safari palette, the lila palette, as well as the sunset palette. These two eyeshadow palettes are different in terms of the way you depot them. So this hasn't got any hole at the back, but the safari palette has a hole on the back. To depot the safari palette, all you need to do, like I showed you in my previous video, is to pop a hole at the back, and how it comes. And that's the safari palette emptied. I've gone ahead and emptied the gold palette as well as the sunset palette. So I'm going to show you from the lila palette how to depot the palette when they don't have anything underneath the palette. So what I'm using is a nail cuticle. This palette have got like a foam, so you can literally dig in without even kind of destroying the foam. So what I'm going to do is to just dig this cuticle cutter on the side and how it pops. All the pans are magnetic, so that helps. And it's literally just popping it out. The way I normally design my self-made palettes is to come up with themes. So I come up with an idea and I kind of just tailor make those shadows or select them along with that theme. So I know I definitely want to stick to an orange palette. The sunset palette is mainly an orange palette, so I want to stick with that, but I'm just going to kind of like move around the shades. I also know I want something alongside the line of the green, and from looking at these shadows you can see a lot of neutral shades and everything, so I know one of them is going to end up as a neutral palette, and the fourth and last 10 palettes will be the one with your pops of color. So it's not like a green theme or an orange theme or a neutral one. It will just be like variety of colors, and that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna kind of like select these shadows first of all into 4 different portions. Like I said, I know I want a green theme, so I'm gonna put a green here, and then orange there. For now I'm gonna pop this yellow there, and then the neutral palette. And from now on, I'm just going to kind of follow the trend of what I've already started here, and I'm just going to be popping the colors in. I might speed up this bit a little bit, but you'll see what I'm doing. Also, what I tend to do is I usually like a shimmer that matches my mattes. So as you can see, this is like a green toned color. So it's like a duochrome shade, but you can see green tones in it, and I think it's really perfect for that, and that's what I tend to look for. I always like a shimmer that matches some of my mattes in the palette. I can already foresee a problem with this arrangement because there are purples in this selection. I don't really want purple theme in one of the palette because I don't like the lila palette. So I want to kind of dilute out that lila palette completely so that it doesn't even exist anymore. So if it's going to be in any of this palette, it's just going to be like pops of color. And that's my aim. Alright, at this point, I think I'm going to start popping them into the eyeshadow pans just to see what they're going to look like. And then I'm going to decide where to put the rest of the shades. So for now, I'm just going to push this all to the side. Alright, starting with the lila empty palette, I'm going to transfer all the colors here into this palette. And that's what the lila palette looks like for now. So I'm just going to leave that to the side. For the orange shades, I'm going to stick to the Sunset palette. Yeah, I'm going to put that right there. Oh, that cord, that's beautiful. And looking at this now, I know I want this right in front of that green. Right there, yes. I'm going to put that again aside. And for the greens, I'm going to use the gold palette. Alright, put that one aside again. Now it's time for the neutral one, and I'm going to use the Safari palette for the neutral shades. Okay, I'm going to put all of that aside and back to the green palette. These I definitely want to put in the green palette, so I'm going to put that right here. Maybe not there, maybe here? Yeah, here. Looks better that way. Okay, moving all the shades back into the center now, to the side, and complete my green palette. I think if I'm going to kind of like evenly distribute all the shades in the Lila palette, I'm going to need to put some purples in here, possibly there. It's quite unusual, but yeah. And maybe this light one here. If I change my mind, I will move them around back again, but for now I'll leave that there. Actually, and then maybe I want to put that there. Oh, okay. I don't know what shade to put there. Maybe this one. No. I'm not sure if I want a bright kind of color right there or not. This. No. Okay, I'm gonna leave the green palette for now and move on to the orange palette. Alright, this right there. And maybe this. So I can avoid purples in this palette as well, so I'm gonna put this right there and find something to kind of complement this quad. So I need something light. So maybe this one. No, actually, this one. Yeah. So you can look at it in quad and you can look at this quad as well. That'll be beautiful. That leaves this one. Okay, I think I want to go with this one. Yeah. Now I'm left with the empty space right here. Alright, going back to this green palette, I believe, oh yeah, this is supposed to be the green palette. This is the green palette. Okay, going back to this. I'm thinking a shimmer right there. I think I'll go with this actually. So I'm left with just one shade to complete the green palette. Let's see. No, I'm not feeling that at all. Okay. I think I'm gonna go with this one. See, I would have loved to put this right in the middle, but I want something to break up that purple tone there, so I'm just going to leave this here. So I can always use this pinkish when it comes to using this purple. Yeah, for now I'm going to leave this green for now. Now going into the mixed color one. Yeah, so this is going to be like random color, even though they will have, you know, a way for me to blend them out, but they are going to be random choices. The other side for the neutral look, maybe that one as well. Okay, I definitely need lighter shade in here, so I might just put this there. Also good to blend out this purple and this pink. Maybe this kind of mixed kind of tone, warm brown right there. Okay, I put this here. Alright, I'm liking that for now. I'm going to go back to my neutral palette. Put that there for now. And dark brown there. And this shimmer. These two shimmers look very similar. Let's see. Okay, no, they are different tones. So this is more coppery and this is more kind of light brownish brown, if you like. That's the best way I can describe it. I think just for the sake of it, I'm going to put a little bit of purple in there. So this is like, although this is like mauvey kind of greyish purple. Yeah, that would do. That would do. I'm going to put that there. That would kind of like break the neutralness of this palette. So one more shade for the neutral palette. I can decide which one to use. This one. No, it's just a pinkish salmon-like. Maybe this. Yeah, I'm gonna use that. So that completes the neutral palette. I'll put that aside. So that's 2 palettes complete. Now I'm left with my orange toned and my mixed palette. So I think for this I'm going to kind of dilute the colors and put that there. Oh, that is beautiful. And maybe that right here. Going to the mixed palette, I'm going to put this pink right here. I think I'm going to do brown. It's going to make this so boring. Okay, I'm going to put this in the mixed one. And maybe this mauve-like shade as well. So I'm left with 2 here. Okay, I think I have no choice but to do it this way. So this light, I don't know, maybe this in here. No, it's not gonna be, yeah, it's gonna have to go there. Then I don't know what this is gonna look like there. This one actually, yeah, perfect. Ooh, so that completes the orange palette as well. So I'm left with 2 shades. So it's a question of where do I put what. So I'm gonna go this way then, because this would kind of just jazz up that. Yeah, I think I am done. So this is the mixed palette. Alright, let's start from the beginning. As I mentioned earlier, I wanted to create 4 palettes. I wanted a neutral one, I wanted a green one, I wanted an orange one, and a mixed color one. I think I would have loved that one to be more of green, but there is only so many green shades. And I also wanted a pop of green in, you know, one of the other 3 palettes. I think for me, this is the best, this is the most beautiful. It might be because I love orange and I'm just biased, but oof, I love this one. I really love this one. I wasn't intending to go this way at all. I wanted to make it still a mainly orange palette, but kind of put pops of color in there. But I'm loving the way it turned out. I'm really loving the way it turned out. And this is my green palette. I'm not disappointed. I mean, I can only go with what I have. I mean, there's only so many greens in the palette and I like that. I mean, ideally, I would have wanted this yellow to be in the green palette, but I did that with one of my smaller ones, so I don't want to do that again. But at least I have a yellow shimmer, so that's good enough. Yeah, so this is going to be my second choice. This is my green palette. And then for a neutral palette, this is not bad at all. This is not bad at all. It's got like a purple in there and this brown. Even though it's supposed to be neutral, this brown is juicy. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, I love the shades in here. It might be a neutral palette, but it's not going to be a boring palette. It's absolutely beautiful. And if I feel I need a pop of color, I can always go to this purple. Oh, look at that. It's beautiful. Yeah, I'm satisfied with this. Okay, which leaves us with the mixed color palette, which I've left in my Lila palette. This is absolutely beautiful. I mean, compared to what was there before, I'm loving this now because it's kind of like a mix rather than it just being a main purple palette. So this is going to definitely tempt me and entice me to use this palette more. Hopefully I've enticed you to rearrange yours and get using your palette more. I mean, these palettes are not cheap. They are not cheap at all. We need to use them more. Alright guys, that's the end of this video. I hope you've enjoyed spending time with me rearranging my palettes. Please like this video, share it and subscribe to my channel. And until next time, I'll see you.